I'm Justin Schaefer, founder of a startup based in Brooklyn, New York called Hot Potato.
And Hot Potato launched today, a web app, and
It did. We
hopefully
launched
an iPhone
here
app.
at the TechCrunch event in San Francisco. Hot Potato is a web app and an iPhone app, as you mentioned. iPhone app will be available in very short order in the Apple Store, hopefully as soon as this afternoon, but we're still waiting for final confirmation.
So why should I download your app or visit your website?
So Hot Potato is all about an experience that we're promoting around collective storytelling. So if you think of Facebook or Twitter today, really, really great tools for personal monologues, telling the story of what I'm doing and what's happening right now. Hot Potato instead is about getting a group of your friends and people who are interested in an event together around it. And an event can be anything. It can be a birthday party, it can be the inauguration, it can be a baseball game. Really, it just represents a shared interest amongst a group of people in real time. And the great thing about Hot Potato is you can use it when you're at the event live on your iPhone, or you can be at home following along, maybe watching on TV. You can use hotpotato.com, the website, or the iPhone. And you could just even be wandering around and casually following. The idea is if you're interested in something, this is a great way for you to join in and get the perspective of the audience in real time.
So what kind of events do you envision starting this out on? Where might I use this?
Well, the great thing about the internet is we actually have no idea what people are going to do with the service, and one of the things we're most excited about today is just putting it out there and seeing what happens. We see really strong use cases around sporting events, certainly concerts as well, politics, obviously conferences here. We had a fairly good event going just around the conference today, post launch.
So am I sitting at my TV, looking at my phone, streaming some video on my computer? How are you getting into these experiences? What makes me think I have to go to Hot Potato and see what people are doing?
Well, what we saw happening in the space, when we were thinking about putting this together, was that this kind of experience is something that's already going on. People text message each other during events. To a large extent, they've started to use Twitter and Facebook to communicate, around events. Twitter is a great example of this is hashtags. But there are two problems with this. One, filtering, right? If a lot of people get interested in the same topic, this whole scheme breaks down fairly quickly because there's just too much data. And two, organization. So we thought we'd make it really easy to find an event. And from a technology perspective, we built an engine that takes two things. It takes your social graph and it takes what we call presence data, which is your location and your interest in the event in real time, and is able to filter down those messages so it really feels like you're there with a group of your friends, but you could be there amongst a really large audience, tens of thousands of people.
How do you integrate into the rest of the world that isn't using Hot Potato yet and doesn't know about it yet?
So today you can share a message or your presence at an event when you check in via Twitter and Facebook, and we think that's probably our primary distribution means in the short term, and we'll see from there. You can also explicitly invite your friends via email, and when you link to an event, it actually brings you back either in the web interface or the iPhone to the point in time that you decided to share, whether it's a message or photo or even a video.
Do you think this works for events that are not live?
Explain what you mean by not live.
Watching TV, a show that I've TiVo'd.
Absolutely, for two reasons, but only when it really represents a shared experience. So if you TiVo'd a show, what you could do potentially, and we haven't built this yet, but it's something we've thought through, is start Hot Potato, the recording of people who were commenting as the event was going on, or that show had been when it was originally recorded.
So you press play at the same time on Hot Potato and your TiVo.
We think it's a really great use case when you're watching TV, though, if you're all watching the show at the same time. And you might have a couple of friends over at your house, there might be a couple of your friends somewhere else. This is a way for you to share that experience with them.
So are you thinking about making money yet? Do you care?
We do. Pretty simple approach. Many of us actually come from a background in the media and the sports business. So
right.
We worked at
a lot of you met at
MLB.com
MLB.
prior, yeah. And so we're fascinated by the value of audience. And I think our focus for Hot Potato is to do the best job we can getting together the largest group of people we can around a live event. And I think out of that will come some really interesting opportunities to reach people in real time, generate transaction value, and we'll see where we go from there.
Okay. What's after iPhone?
To be determined. We're already starting to work on BlackBerry and Android, but we'll see which one gets done first.
Okay. Do you anticipate people will use Hot Potato more from the web or from a mobile app?
So Really good question. Just statistics suggest the web is going to be more popular. The iPhone is a fantastic creation and consumption device for us, but if you imagine, the average football game, there are 60,000 or so people there live and attending, and great candidates for the iPhone application. There are 15 million people at home watching on TV or at the sports bar or what have you. And so if they are at home, while the web is still, a more interesting medium potentially for them than the iPhone, they'll use it there. I still think, though, and for me at least, when I use the app, if I'm sitting on my couch at home watching TV, I find it's just as easy to go to my iPhone as it is to my laptop. So I think that's one of those trends that we'll see how it all shakes out. But we're certainly long-term very excited about the mobile space.
All right. I feel like your allegiance may be to baseball, but maybe one day you guys could be the next web Super Bowl commercial, getting such a large audience to know about your product.
Well, hopefully we don't need a Super Bowl commercial to do that, but it
come
would be
on,
exciting.
old media is where it's at. Okay, good luck. Thanks.
Thank you very much.